Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ori, and today we're going to be talking about whether or not going to grad school is worth it. So I completed my master's in counseling from Johns Hopkins University in December, and it was a very stressful program, and I'm going to tell you some of the reasons why it was stressful for me, and we're also going to discuss the pros and cons of going to grad school. So here are the pros and cons of getting a master's degree. Pro: makes you more marketable. Con: it costs you money. Pro: it gives you leadership opportunities in your career. Con: it takes a couple years. So the short and sweet answer of whether or not grad school is worth it, it really depends on what program you are trying to study. So if you're going to a field, for example, like IT, that doesn't require a master's degree, where you can get certifications and maybe even an associate's degree and still get a good paying job, if that's all you're looking for, then there's no reason for you to further your education. But if you're working in a field that requires a specific degree to get the job, like in my example, working in counseling, you cannot be a counselor without a master's, then of course getting that master's degree is worth it. Going to grad school can be a very long and for some people very stressful situation. So you really got to look at your life and where you are in your career planning, in your financial standing, and whether or not getting this master's degree is going to be worth it financially for you. In most cases, getting a master's degree boosts your resume, it makes you more marketable, and it definitely gives you a pay raise. There are 3 things you need to consider when you are looking into master's programs. Look at the duration, the cost, and the requirements. So first, when you're looking at how long it's going to take you to complete your master's program, that might be a major factor of whether or not you want to do it. Most master's programs take 2 to 3 years, and some people do it part-time while they're working full-time, or some people quit their job so they can focus on the program and get it out of the way. It really is up to you. It just depends on how much you're willing to shift your schedule and your lifestyle around to fit this program into it. Second is the cost. Now, there are a few ways to get around paying for grad school. There are a lot of employers that have reimbursement programs for certain degrees, especially if that degree correlates with the bachelor's or the field that you're already working in. So it's possible that you could get reimbursement for the tuition that you're paying. So you just have to take some time, email HR at your company, do some research, check if you can even find grants or scholarships for that degree, and sometimes you can get a lot of free money out there. The third thing is the requirements. Some master's programs require a lot of commitment, and this is one of the biggest things you should consider if you want to continue on with your education, because there are a few adjustments that you might have to make to your lifestyle. You might have to sacrifice your weekends for a few years. You might have to put in extra hours just to make up for time lost, and this is the biggest issue with getting a master's degree. Of course, it's going to pay off at the end, but you have to sit with yourself and really identify if you're willing to put in the work, the time, the hours that it takes to complete that master's program. Look into how many hours of internship you might need to do, whether or not you have like a final project that's going to take time out of your work schedule. Sometimes there are programs that even require you to travel to go places to get, credits out of the way. So take your time to really look into these programs and make sure you understand what the time commitment and the energy and the resources that it's going to require to get that master's degree, and then you could decide whether or not it's worth it for you. So those are my tips on whether or not a master's degree is worth it. I will say for me personally, my master's program was rocky, but it was definitely worth it because I wouldn't be able to work in the position that I have now without it. So all in all, I enjoyed the experience, and I met a lot of amazing people and made some great friends along the way. So it was worth it. It was worth it for me, and I truly encourage you to take some time, listen to this video again if you have to, comment below if you have any questions, and thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Stay original.